Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Daily Dispatch. My name is Michelle Kinney. I'm here with Julie Roginsky, and we wanted to jump on just for a little bit and talk about the No Kings protest that went on not just across the United States of America, but around the world today, which is pretty remarkable. Um, I was in New York City. Julie, you were in Pennsylvania. Tara was in Washington, D.C. We talked to her this morning on Coffee and Conversation. Jojo was in New Jersey. And we're on chats with lots of folks from across the country, and it just looked amazing. What was your experience like, Julie?
So I got to tell you, Michelle, I was in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania, and Bethlehem, Pennsylvania, half of it is in Northampton County, Pennsylvania, which is the swingiest county in the swingiest state in the nation. And as goes Northampton, so goes the presidential. And just to give you some perspective, since 1920, Northampton has only deviated 3 times.
Really?
The winner, yes. And one of those times was Al Gore, who, one might argue didn't lose that election.
Right.
One was Richard Nixon in 68, and one, I believe, might have been Herbert Hoover in 28. But the point is, except for those 3 exceptions, for the last 104 years, every single president has been elected with the support of Northampton County. And so I didn't know what to expect, right? We live in our New York City bubble. We don't really know. I showed up in the Bethlehem Rose Garden, and it was just a massive crowd. I mean, it was just a day of so much peace and love. We listened to people speak. I don't really know who those people were. It doesn't really matter. Then we marched down one of the main arteries in Bethlehem. And what was so incredible was there were people, they didn't shut down traffic. It's interesting. They asked people to walk on the sidewalks, but there were so many people that the sidewalks were too crowded. So people started walking in the street.
Yeah.
And cars were driving by and people were honking and supportive. And there was not one car or one person who leaned out of that car who wasn't anything but supportive.
Amazing.
Just amazing. And just people just full of love and full of just positivity. And you had parents and strollers. You had
a lot of that.
Yeah. A lot of people my age, in their 40s and 50s. You had people who were elderly who were literally helping each other up. A woman
had that too. A lot of that
fell down. A crowd gathered around her to help pick her up. She was kind of, on the older side.
Yeah.
Black, white, just all, a rainbow coalition to steal from Jesse Jackson, but just a cross section of people. And it was just so wonderful. It made me feel so optimistic. I don't know if you want to throw some pictures up now or you want to talk about
So the platform we use to stream definitely has a limit to how much you can load in. So I'm going to do a little bit at a time here, but this is Bethlehem, Pennsylvania.
Where I was.
There you go. Yeah.
This is what democracy looks like. This is what democracy looks
like. That's my husband who didn't get the clue. That was
over. Amazing.
But I took that video, and I'll tell you that was just, as far as I can see ahead of us. And
yeah. And it's hard because we're little also. So it's like sometimes I try to get the above and get, the sea of people. It's just really hard.
Yeah.
But here's, and we're on that DNC chat with a bunch of creators and everybody was sending in their videos and things. And so here is Boston.
Look at this. Millions of people across the country marching as we speak against the policies of President Trump. This is Boston. Look at that. We'll continue to follow these rallies throughout the day here on MSNBC.
Here is Chicago.
The nonprofit and independent media on the streets every day, including Block Club Chicago, Unraveled Press, and The Tribe.
Here's more Chicago.
Oh, you stink!
Do you remember there was there's quite the fight between Trump and Rahm Emanuel, who was mayor because of that stupid sign.
Yeah.
Shame. Yeah. See, usually when I'm on a protest march and we pass a Trump building, there's, we talked about that this morning. There's usually some sort of profanity. Here is DC. This video came in from Of the Brave, which is Home of the Brave, which is George Conway's PAC. Here's more DC. Wow. That's amazing. Holy mackerel. Holy mackerel. Here's more DC.
By the way, Michelle, sorry, but just to stop for a second. That is the west front of the Capitol that was breached on January 6th. So I want people to understand
good perspective there, Julie.
That is what a peaceful protest looks like.
Yep.
No breaching of the Capitol.
Yep.
No smashing of windows. No nooses for anybody.
Nope.
No beating of police officers.
Nope.
No bear
tasing
spray.
them.
No shamans. That's what a peaceful protest in Washington, D.C. looks like.
Shouldn't laugh. It's not funny. And not smearing human fecal matter on the walls either. Imagine that. Here's a little bit more. Nice aerial, or at least roof view. I don't know if it's a drone or not. This is downtown Phoenix, Arizona. Looks like I don't have any sound here, but that's okay.
Is there downtown Phoenix? I've been to Phoenix. I didn't know there was a downtown.
I don't know. This is.
I guess there is. I went to a basketball game.
Okay.
There is a downtown, but yeah.
I copy and pasted the locations from the chat into the file names, so I hope these are right. Here is Congresswoman-elect Grijalva in Tucson, Arizona.
It should be not a congresswoman-elect. It should be a congresswoman right now. But Mike Johnson's too scared of the program.
Yeah. Here's Hartford, Connecticut. Wow. Hartford's not a huge place. It's a pretty good turnout. So I'm at my limit here. So let me just, I'll let you talk.
Tell us how New York was, Michelle, because you were in New York.
I was in New York. It was great. We took the train, got off at 59th Street. So, because we heard there was a lot of people, and so you just never know what you're gonna get off the train and walk.
Were you in Times Square?
Yeah, I was in Times Square. So we got off at 59th Street and decided to just walk down, and we're like, let's just see what the crowds are like. And we hit people around, I'd say like 52nd Street or so is when we start. And I mean, it was just people for as far as the eye could see, shoulder to shoulder. If you know Times Square, it's always kind of feels like that anyways. But this was a totally different vibe. This was people who were very joyful, people who were very proud. I was walking down Broadway. If you know where the Late Show with Stephen Colbert Theater is, the Ed Sullivan Theater. I was walking there.
Like 54th Street. Yep.
Yeah. And I had this big flag here with me. And this guy came running out of Dunkin' Donuts, this like kind of construction looking white guy. And he goes, F yes, and gave me a big thumbs up. And I turned around, I went right back at him, gave him a big thumbs up. And so, it's just, it's solidarity. You know what I mean? It's like this feeling of like, okay, we're all here. We got this. Like, things might not be okay right away, but we're getting there. And let me see.
And I have to say the weather gods were with all of us.
Oh my God,
From sea to shining sea, just incredible weather. Now, I don't know if you saw this. They actually did fire missiles over the I-5 in San Diego today, which forced the closure of the I-5 between parts of San Diego County and Orange County. If you know California, this is the very southern tip of California going up towards Los Angeles. And they closed, I don't know, maybe a 15, 16, I don't really know, 17-mile stretch of the I-5. Gavin Newsom made the decision to close that, the governor, because he said it was just unsafe. And of course, they did that in order to prevent people from coming to these rallies. That's how scared they are. That is how scared they are. And J.D. Vance showed up for this demonstration at Camp Pendleton in San Diego County in order to make it seem like it was an official visit, which is why they were firing all these missiles off and whatever it was. They are terrified and scared of us because this is what people power look like. And look at the difference. In New York City, where Michelle and I both live, not one arrest.
Not one.
Not one arrest. Millions show up. I don't know how many showed up in New York, but probably
I know they were clocking over 100,000. So
over 100,000 people show up to march in New York City. And not one arrest.
Yep.
I mean, listen, we know what New York City looks like on New Year's Eve, and I promise you at Times Square, there are many, many, many arrests. So the fact that not one person got arrested, the fact that the NYPD said it was a peaceful day,
you
first
know,
of all, I think is a huge testament to the police commissioner there, Justice Tisch.
Yep.
But also a huge testament to all the protesters and to the NYPD who didn't provoke anybody.
No, it's always very harmonious. I mean, it really is for these kinds of things. And I always make a point when I pass like a little gaggle of police officers. Hello, thank you for being here. Like, you know what I mean? I know it's their job and everything, but it's just like, we're cool. We're all fine. And, you know, when we were going back uptown and, you know, we had family with us, and we were, you know, I'm trying to get myself through the, you know, thing with my giant flag. And this gentleman came up to me and he was like, "Were you just at the protest?" And I said, "Yes." And he was like, "How was it? Was everybody okay? Was it peaceful?" And I go, "Oh yeah." I'm like, "It was great." He goes, "Did people bring their flags?" I go, there was a sea of flags. There was a sea of them. And he was like, "Oh, thank God." And, you know, I was like, yeah, here's some video. I just loaded in from my phone of New York. Before we started marching. You know, like you said, a lot of kids too, a lot of strollers. And this is back
By the way, that's Junior's Cheesecake in Times Square, a very good place if you happen to be in Times Square. Very famous New York City cheesecake.
Yes, it's very good. It really truly for all like the kind of touristy trap places, Junior's is always very solid. Yeah, things like older people, younger people were singing "This Land Is Your Land." I was like, I looked at my husband and I'm like, does this sound like a hate America rally to you?
We shall overcome. Like I don't even know the words. My husband, who is older than I am, and therefore remembers the protests of yesteryear, knew all the words. But I'm kind of looked at him, and I was like, "This is a song that I don't recall ever being sung in my lifetime, at least, where I've been, because this is a 1960s protest song, and yet people are bringing it back."
Yeah, absolutely. And we need more of that kind of music, honestly. Here's more loose figures support that were like, uh-oh, what did I do? Just people with like their suitcases. I felt kind of bad. The next thing is his kid chanting, and I did ask the dad, "Is this okay?" You know, filming him, and he was like, "Yeah, it's fine," which everybody was doing, but I always just feel better doing that.
Down with Donald Trump! 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 Down with Donald Trump!
Badass kid.
Right? I was like, you get it, kiddo.
What's he standing on? A garbage can?
A trash can. Great. Here's my big ass flag.
Is that you?
Yes.
Love it. That flag is so much bigger than you, Michelle.
I will say I got a lot of compliments on my flag because it's heavy cotton, and it's very clearly like not nylon or made in China or anything. And several people came up to me about this and took my picture and like wanted to take pictures of it. I put the link up on my Twitter. Please go. The woman, it's a small business in Georgia. This woman sells flags. They're on sale right now for like $30. Like
Wow.
if you want one, they're beautiful and it will last you forever. So go buy one if you want. That. And also just these people by cheering, like I felt like I was in the New York City Marathon. These people.
Love it.
Shout out to my husband for being very great with the camera. We marched from like 50th Street all the way to 14th. So it was
Oh
a
my
very
God. You
long,
went all the way to Union Square?
yeah. And
Oh,
then
wow.
everybody split off and either went east or west. Everyone's like, bye.
That's
See
a
you next
long
week.
walk. That's a long walk.
It
It's a
was.
couple miles. That's great.
Yeah. Here's Indianapolis, just really quick.
Rising, which is kind of lyrics there. And the rest of the guests, that's fine too. Can you give me your voices?
Wow.
And write your representative and organizing works.
Wow.
Amazing. So, you guys, do you want to know how pathetic this administration is? How scared they are? How terrified they are? Michelle, do you have that clip of what JD
Sure
Vance
do. Sure
posted?
do.
This is what JD Vance. Wait a second. I want to preview this. He did not
Yep.
post this on Twitter. He went to Blue Sky and I guess set up an account for himself on Blue Sky because that's where he thinks Democrats congregate. And this is what he posted on Blue Sky for all of us to see. Go ahead. Now, let's back up and just say this. We don't have kings in this country. Like,
No.
I understand you're trying to troll Democrats, but you're kind of doing a self-own because, I mean, he went to law school. He studied constitutional law. I assume he graduated from high school and read the Declaration of Independence, which all little kids or high school, somewhere along the way in your education in this country, you read the Declaration of Independence, which is all about having no kings. And, you know, for somebody who claims to be an originalist and for somebody who claims to be, you know, evoke the founding fathers every 5 seconds, like they don't want kings. So to have Donald Trump crown himself like he's Napoleon, who was the last emperor who crowned himself. Typically, the king is crowned by the Archbishop of Canterbury, I believe. But if you're Napoleon, you crown yourself. And to have that, and to have the former Speaker of the House and a bunch of other Democrats kneel before you like they're your liege people is, I don't care if you love Donald Trump, is a bit anti-American. It also implies that
extremely anti-American. Yeah.
It also implies that he's never leaving because kings don't leave.
Correct.
They just die in office, right?
Well, and you know, Michael Wolff has been talking about this on his channel. If you don't follow Michael Wolff, please go follow him. He's a Trump biographer. He's got people inside the White House. He's been writing about Donald Trump for a very long time. He knows what he's talking about. His videos are a little bit camp, but it's great. But he's been talking about this. He was like, Donald Trump can't leave. He can't. And think about what a desperate person he is already. Just like, I don't want to go to jail. I don't want to do that. You know, I don't want to be held accountable. The desperation. He's going to double, triple down. And he's like, I can't leave because it would be disastrous for him. It would be disastrous for him. And for that reason, they're going to do everything they possibly can to make sure that he stays. I mean, even Amy Coney Barrett was interviewed. I forget what it was. It was CBS or something, some major network. Interviewing her.
New York Times.
Was it?
Yeah.
I saw the video, whatever. There was a video of this and they ask her about it. And she's like, that's what it says. Like, you can, that's what it says. And she like smirks. And I'm like, oh no. Oh, bitch. You bitch. Which means, I mean, they're all. Now, I don't know how you SCOTUS your way to undo a constitutional amendment,
They'll probably
But
say it has to be 2 consecutive terms or something. If that's the case, Barack Obama,
Barack Obama should run.
the nation turns its lonely eyes to you
Uh-huh.
because
Mhm.
just cut to the chase, bring Obama back.
Right.
Bring him back.
I'd say Bill
I mean,
Clinton
it's never gonna
too, but
happen.
no.
Michelle will murder him. But the
Right.
point is, like, it's very clear.
Mhm.
It's very clear. And if they
Mhm.
wanna say that you can't do 2 you can do 2 terms and then take a term off and then come back, then you're
Right.
Russian. That's what Putin did.
Mhm.
And then ultimately changed the constitution.
Mhm.
But, that's not what this country is about. And if that's what they want this country is about, we have no country left at all, which is why this No Kings rally happened today. I will
Mhm.
say this. It's wonderful that we had this turnout today.
Mhm.
It is wonderful that we had the same turnout in June. I think probably even less in June than today. I think today exceeded that.
Yeah.
But I say this as somebody who's followed and knows about authoritarian regimes in other places.
Mhm.
You cannot do this every 3 or 4 months.
No, it has to be.
It
We
has
gotta
to be.
protest like the French. We
You
gotta be
gotta
out
do this
there.
every day, like the French, like the Russians used to, like the
Mhm.
Ukrainians did, like the Israelis did until those
Mhm.
hostages came home every single
Yeah.
Sunday,
Yeah.
every single day, every single week.
I even felt like in the first Trump term, I was in the streets
Yeah.
constantly.
And I will say one more thing to add to that.
Yeah.
We must, and I mean we must, have demands that are more than just no kings. Like, what are our specific demands? Are they to take ICE masks off? Like we need demands.
Mhm.
Because this whole
Yeah.
notion of no kings, as wonderful as it is today, Trump was like,
Mhm.
"Okay, no kings. All right." Like that happened. But what are we demanding exactly?
Mhm.
And I think it's very important for us to think about for the next set of protests. A, they have to be much more consistent. First of all, it's good for everybody. People felt like they were part of something. People
Yeah.
felt franchised. People felt like they were part of a
Heard.
community, were
Like,
heard.
you know what I mean? Like
Yeah, because
this
it's
this
one
thing I'm going through, we're all going through it, you
yeah,
know? It's not just me.
because it's one thing for us to um, I love that we have Mayday, and I love that we have coffee and conversation, and I love all of that. But
Mhm.
it's one thing to do it online, and it's another
Mhm.
for us to walk virtually arm in arm with people that we don't know, but we
Yep.
know agree with us, and to see
Yep.
each other. There is something to that feeling of being there in person with people and being part of that community in
It's
person.
there's nothing like it.
Yeah.
Julie, I equate this to even just with our friendships, right? And our friends. Like we all have busy lives, people got kids, we move, whatever. But there's nothing, you can do a Zoom or a FaceTime with your friends, or you can talk online or text or whatever, but having game night or something with your friends and
Yeah.
playing Scrabble
Yeah.
or, playing cards or like going, like there's just nothing better than that. And like one of my best friends was visiting last weekend from Nashville, and one of my other best friends from college is visiting me next week. She runs the musical theater program at Florida State, and she's going to stay in this room right here. And nothing has recharged me more than having my people around.
No question.
Nothing.
No
Nothing.
question. No
I'm
question.
like my mental health, my physical health, I just feel better when I'm around people. And I'm usually pretty cranky when I'm around people. So that really says something that in these times we really need it, We need it. We
Yeah.
need each other.
So we need to really think about what the next steps are here. And I think the next steps are much more often in concrete demands
Mhm.
because our members in Congress also need to know what those demands are, right?
Yeah.
Like our Democratic members need to know what those demands are.
Mhm.
And it's one thing for Chuck Schumer to have seen what was happening in New York State today, all over the
Mhm.
state,
Mhm.
not just in Times Square,
Mhm.
and he heard the No Kings thing. Okay, I don't know that he knows what that means, but it's a different thing to say my constituents are demanding X.
Mhm.
You better make X happen. And if you don't make X happen, step out of the way so somebody else will.
Yeah.
So I think it's really important. Okay. We've been at this. Yeah.
Oh, can I just show a couple more little
Of course.
clippies here?
Yep.
Madison, Wisconsin. This clip is from Ben Wickler. Oh, in fast motion with no sound, but we get a good point here. Wow. I feel like Madison's like a legit, like these
Madison's,
people,
I've been to Madison. Madison
these
is a
people
legit
show up.
Yeah, you know what? It's a university town. It's a great town.
Exactly. Smart
Um,
people, hardworking, like
yep.
working class folks. It's
University of Wisconsin's a great,
big party
beautiful
school.
campus. Yeah, big party
Big party
school.
school.
But still,
Um,
yep.
beautiful city too, right?
Yep.
I know Joe plays backgammon there. He loves it. Okay, Portland, Maine. Portland, Maine.
The most polite people in the world, Mainers. Portland's a great. Anybody has not been to Portland, Maine, it's a great.
Got lots of them. They got lots and lots of them. Here is David Pritzker.
Trump has got to go. Hey, hey.
Chicago today.
Donald Trump has got to go. Donald Trump.
And then 2 here from San Francisco. Here's one here. San Fran. Woo. Major. And here's a really good one. An aerial view of what they were able to do on the beach. It's in San Francisco.
Wow.
Pretty cool. Yes,
Wow.
on 50.
Yes, on 50. Anybody who's in California, please, please, in just a few weeks, come out and vote yes on Prop 50.
Mm-hmm.
Even if you don't agree with the concept, we
Does not
need it in these
matter.
Does not matter. We need it in these times.
And I just want to remind people, this is what the Republicans have been saying for the last week and a half.
Saturday, they're going to be parading around the National Mall. They call it the No Kings Rally. We call it the Hate America Rally because we have all the Marxists collected, all the Antifa people, you know, the BLM remnants. You'll have the, you know, the pro-Hamas wing of the Democrat Party, and they're going to be out here demonstrating and screaming and wailing. And I'm afraid that Senate Democrats will not reopen the government.
Okay. I wanted to play that just for perspective because these clowns, it's like they're telling us that the earth is flat. Like that's what they're saying. Nothing about today is what they have been saying, what they have been describing to people. George Conway wore an Antifa t-shirt today to the protest, and Benny Johnson and the Daily Caller and all these people are tweeting out this picture and he's like, and I love that you guys think that this is an own. Hi, thanks for the pic.
Yeah.
You know,
like what? I didn't hear any wailing, and screaming. I heard love, and I saw a diametrically opposed protest to January 6th.
Yeah.
Any question about which side is the side of right and peace and comedy and friendship and love, it is this side. Because as I said, there were no shamans on our side and nobody was breaking windows to get into the Capitol.
No, ma'am.
And that west front of the Capitol that you saw today was left untouched.
It was safe.
It was safe. And if anybody was inside that Capitol today, and I know that members of Congress are not there because they all went home on vacation because the House doesn't want to release the Epstein files. So they've been gone for weeks. And the Senate decided, what the hell, we're not going to work on reopening government. So we're going to go home too. But if there were members inside that Capitol, they would have been safe because nobody tried to breach that place.
No.
Nobody smeared feces on anything.
No.
And nobody hung, as I said, nobody set up gallows outside that Capitol.
Yep.
No matter how much we don't like Donald Trump, nobody set gallows up outside that Capitol. Never. Because we're not those people.
No,
they are.
Yep.
They are.
Yep.
So,
well, Julie, this has been a really, I mean, I'm tired. I'm not gonna lie. I've been yawning since I got home, but God, it's so worth it. What a great day.
It was a great day. It was a great day. Everybody, for those of you who joined us this morning, thank you. For those of you who joined us this evening, thank you. For those of us who join us Monday through Friday at 8 a.m. Eastern, thank you.
Yes, we have over 2,000 subscribers at Mayday, and we just started doing this. And so we are just very, very grateful to everyone who has hit the like and subscribe buttons, whether it be the videos or just the channel, and like share this with people. Like, we're just so grateful, and it helps us immensely to grow this community and grow this channel and bring you, all the information and the people that we know we must.
We love you guys. Thank you. Like and subscribe again, as Michelle says, and we will see you bright and early Saturday. No, what day? I don't know what day it is. What day is it? The days all flow into each other. Monday.
I know tomorrow I'm going to sleep in, and it's going to be amazing.
Oh, I wish I could.
I know. See, I don't have kids. Yeah.
Or I have to make breakfast for my family.
I'm not doing that.
Because
Julie
God knows they
Julie.
can't make a bowl of cereal for themselves. Okay.
Julie, I love you. You sleep well, and everybody at home, you sleep well. Take care of yourselves and your loved ones, and we'll see you bright and early Monday morning at 8 Eastern.
Bye,
Bye,
everybody.
everyone.
See ya. Bye.